there is no space for artists like me. I always thought that because I lacked community. Eventually, I realized I could always develop it by exploring around. There's this sadness I feel for people that don't get to feel the authentic feeling when creating through collaboration nowadays, with AI being such a big thing. There's no need to be perfect before you start, or ever rather. The flaws and lack of elements at times are semi precious and have charm to them. But honing one's own craft needs to be fostered around others too. And there's this subtle feeling of human elements starting to fade. AI can't capture the moments that we go through and feel, just replicate and fabricate familiarity through fragmentation. Art is the blood that flows through our veins that pump blood into the heart, not the ones and zeros that go through computers. We are slowly starting to see glimpses of the human element diminishing bit by bit. We are losing to an object that can say beep, boop, and bop that also simply steal other people's art when generating a product through their system. Using AI as an assistant for certain processes and instances that can help someone lacking specific skills are alright to me, honestly. However, I believe that creations should at least be made by a human, not by a system that was fed a prompt. We are losing the plot of what it means to be an artist, a designer, and overall creative. I never realized how important it is to find community. I just had a few friends here and there, and it's actually not terrible. However, I didn't have that sense of community. So I explored and went out more, tried to make more friends here and there. At first, it was daunting as an introvert, but I had to push myself if I wanted to see different perspectives, right? The first time I explored was at an art gallery, the opening of Geloy Concepcion's exhibit back in 2024. I saw myself in that vlog actually a few times. I arrived early, so I was able to talk to him for a while. Very, very chill guy, very nice. Then he told everyone that came early to just talk to each other. We're all friends anyways, creating this short-lived community. And from there, I made friends with a few people. I even graduated with one of them coincidentally. Best part was, almost all are creatives. Besides that, I never expected to plant friendships internationally too. This is Farid, and he's from Paris. We've been online friends for 2 years now. Met in Hong Kong for a K-pop concert and connected ever since. Even branched out of other things beside K-pop. Fashion, music, art, and even teleseries that were French dubbed for him. Just simply talking about the differences of Paris and Manila and even our own cultures in general. Especially the culture shocks that he has been experiencing here. It was an exciting time when he visited. I'll miss him till the next trip. This is Ham.
Go Ham, kaya mo.
This is Mamu.
Para intimate. Eh, Mark.
They're HaMu. The end. Joke lang. HaMu is a fashion house in the Philippines. Just so happened to surprisingly call them friends, along with the other HaMu people too. They were part of my first ever photography gig actually. The first time I met them properly was at Purveyor Fair, and the rest is history. Sometimes I'm in the production room with Mamu. He is the driver of creating the pieces, from making the patterns, sewing, fitting, just an overall genius. This is where all the codes come to life, the heart of the building. And sometimes, I'm in Ham's territory, the showroom, the soul of the building, the embodiment of HaMu visually, the metaphysical aspect. Ham is the storyteller that plays God in the HaMu universe and relays it to those ascending into the HaMu world. Mamu too, of course. Ham and Mamu are storytellers that command the needle and thread to mend the world they created to welcome others into. They are a few of the kindest creators I've ever met, and they somewhat tolerate my unannounced visits too from time to time. Whenever appropriate, of course. I still have a long way to go when making my clothes, and they truly keep me inspired to keep moving forward. Plus, Ham was one of the first people to support me. I'm just grateful I have a sense of community while unemployed as of now. As I write this, I never expected to come this far in terms of finding more friends and community. I was alone a lot back in college. I had friends, let that be clear. Some were just ahead or behind me in their college journey. Regardless, I didn't have that much friends to connect with creatively. College was fast-paced and tapping into Freewill wasn't the easiest, for me at least. We were trained to be designers, not artists as well. Yet, along the way, I realized we need to be artists when designing, so there's soul, that human touch. A lot around me relied on trends and the internet to execute a project. I did too. Trends ain't all bad. However, it became a competition of who's cooler now. Not about the appreciation of different characters and styles. We need more content on how to be yourself online, how to find that free will. All I see now is content on how to copy this technique and this style by self-proclaimed experts that have the exact same editing style as the next tutorial I scroll past by on TikTok. It's all about authenticity. We all have our influences, trends included. It should come from you at the end. I highly believe one's creative journey is a never-ending story. It could stop at a medium or method, but the momentum of creating never stops. In this world full of AI-generated products, the human element of creating will always live on. It'll always come down to the kid that first started finger painting or drawing with a crayon. The kid that just wants to create but was held back. Held back by someone, the inevitable, or even themselves. And it will always come down to the first thought of wanting to create and find authentic human connection. Not through prompts that generate an artificial product. AI is the new challenger to building communities that bond uniqueness within an individual. To keep us building more walls to not interact with others. Forgetting how communities do cultivate identities. And the fun lies in the hard part of coexisting, the need of being around other people. The design is very human, don't you think? I'm an introvert down bad. However, seclusion to my own world isn't always the solution when felt shunned out. Collaboration and perspective are unasked blessings to further develop and understand what it means to be human. Reality is living through the mundane, the excitement, and the hardships. The hardship of being with other people is what allows us to form stronger bonds with others and even ourselves. To simply live.